Ready or not, here we dance. It's a David Pumpkins thing. This is a David Pumpkins video. I don't love Halloween. I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate on that, but you know what? Not my favorite holiday. But I do love David Pumpkins. If you haven't seen this skit, you've gotta check it out. It's an SNL skit and it's hilarious. A friend of mine asked if I could make a long sleeve shirt into a short sleeve shirt. It happened to be a David S. Pumpkins shirt. There's actually quite a bit of fabric that's used in sleeves, so I was able to make a Halloween top. So here you go. This is as Halloween as I get. And I also made this in just a day. So it's pretty beginner friendly, not hard. If you have a long sleeve shirt that you've been dying to make a short sleeve shirt, there you go. Maybe it's a fun pattern. Maybe you can check this out. Stay to the end. I'm gonna do my best to make the final reveal fun and as similar to David Pumpkins as I can get without a copyright strike on music. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video. Any questions? You gotta see the SNL skit to understand. Here is what's left over from the formerly long-sleeved David S. Pumpkins shirt. To get the maximum fabric, turn it inside out and start seam ripping up the side, and then also seam rip off the cuffs. After that tedious step is done, you're left with two pieces of oddly shaped fabric. I put the proper undergarments on my dress form, and I'm just trying to see what sort of top I can drape from this fabric. I want to use the cuffs, maybe at the top to get some additional length. I'm just experimenting with a few designs, and also found out that I need to add some black fabric on the sides to make it fit. And then my dress form got tired and fell, so I picked her back up and am chalking where the back meets the front, and I'm also draping a side bust dart. Continuing my chalking and taking a few measurements for the side panels. So that I only have to cut this once, I have doubled over the fabric and am cutting the side panels to be bigger than what I need. I am measuring 6 inches at the bottom, 12 inches tall, and tapering up to 3 inches along the top. This makes 2 side panels that we will attach later. First, we sew up the side darts. I used clips to mark the darts, and to transfer the markings to the inside of the fabric, use chalk on both sides of the fold so that when you undo the clips, you can invert the darts and pin them the opposite way. Sew right along that guideline on both darts. When you get to the skinnier end of the dart, shorten your stitch length and stitch right off the fabric. Don't backstitch and then knot the ends a few times. This creates a nicely hidden dart, even if it does cut off the skeleton's face. Line up the side panels with the thicker end at the bottom and face them right sides together. Pin both sides and sew with a 1/2 inch seam allowance. And this fabric is fraying a bit, so I also finished off the raw edges on my serger, but a zigzag stitch on your sewing machine works just as well. Before attaching the back piece, I need to first finish the back piece. I'm using a curved ruler to create a back that dips lower than the front with a slight curve. Face the back piece right sides together, which, by the way, I am totally digging the way that the cuffs are making a built-in stylized design detail. Anyways, pin the sides and sew. And once again, I am finishing off the raw edges. I've tried on the top and I'm liking the way it's fitting. So since I cut the side panels to be longer than I needed, I can now safely even out the bottoms and the tops with the front and back pieces. I've added a few pins just to remind myself which way the seams need to be sewn. This just takes the guesswork out when you actually get to that seam. And to save as much fabric as possible, I am serging the top and the bottoms and folding over once to sew down and hide the finished edge. After everything is neatly in place, add a few pins and make sure the bottoms are even. And hem in place. Using my serger is really a nice, easy, and professional shortcut, but I know a lot of people don't have a serger, so honestly, a zigzag stitch on your sewing machine achieves the same professional effect. Now for the fun part. I've marked the middle of the front with a pin so that I can evenly place the cuffs. I decided to flip them so that they look like they are folded over rather than pointing them upwards. It was just a design that I thought looked better on me, but this is where your creativity kicks in and you can make it your own. After I've pinned them in place and tried it on one last time, I am top stitching them down using the original lines of stitching as a guide. Now please enjoy my David S. Pumpkins final reveal with the help of my co-star skeleton dancer, Roscoe.
David S. Pumpkins. Any questions?